Okay, you guys, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to be a fat burner, and I'm going to teach you how to be metabolically flexible so that you can click into vacations and holiday times and social parties. You can enjoy yourself, but then you can click back into fat burning mode. So grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and get ready because this one's really good. Okay, Dr. Mindy here, and today I want to talk about how do you train this miraculous body you were given to be a fat burner. And once we go through, I've got 4 major steps for you. Once I go through that, I want to teach you how to become metabolically flexible, which is literally where you can have your cake and eat it too. So stick with me through this whole video because I got a lot of really good small details that are going to make a big difference in your fat burning efforts, okay? Let's start off with this idea. There are 2 ways that you can be burning energy, or your body can be burning energy. One is from sugar and one is from fat. When you're a sugar burner, which is what most people are, especially before they come to the ketogenic lifestyle, when you're a sugar burner, you struggle to go without food. So my sugar burners, when I sit down in a consultation with them, they'll tell me like, I can't skip breakfast or I'm gonna feel horrible. So, or they'll get really hypoglycemic. Sugar burners also get really hangry. So when they go without food, they get really agitated and irritable. Sugar burners have energy that crashes typically in the afternoon, and sugar burners definitely don't have mental clarity. They have a lot of brain fog. And I'll throw this one in. If you're a sugar burner, you are frustrated as heck at losing weight, no matter what you do. In fact, my sugar burners, when they come to me, they usually tell me I'm just gaining weight. I look at food and I gain weight. So if that's you, you're a sugar burner. Now, here's what is miraculous about this body is that we were designed to be fat burners. We weren't designed to be sugar burners. So you can train yourself to become a fat burner. Fat burners will go long periods without food and have no problem. Fat burners have incredible mental clarity that sticks with them throughout the whole day. There's no crashes. Fat burners also, they don't lose energy at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. They have limitless energy. And fat burners typically are either the weight they want to be or they can drop weight pretty quickly. So really the healthiest place, all disease exists over here in sugar burner land. All health exists here in fat burning land. Okay, so there are 4 things that we want to do to get you from this sugar burner state over to this fat burning state. Okay, first thing, I want you to obsess and focus in on your mitochondria. So your mitochondria are that part of the cell that secretes energy. The mitochondria is also the part of the cell that detoxifies the whole rest of the cell. Mitochondria are packed in your prefrontal cortex, in your eyes. You've got tons of mitochondria in your muscles so that your body can produce a ton of energy for you to function, okay? But your mitochondria have some very, very specific requirements. So, first requirement of your mitochondria, they do not want bad fat. They don't want the soybean oil. They don't want the canola oils, the vegetable oils. Those oils will congest that mitochondria so it's not working properly. Second thing that mitochondria wants is that mitochondria wants your sugar load to be down. In fact, the mitochondria do not want the refined sugar. Doesn't matter if it's gluten-free or not gluten-free. Any kind of breads, pastas, any grains of any kind, that is going to congest those mitochondria. And then the third thing is those mitochondria don't want a lot of toxins. So if you're not eating fresh food, you're eating a lot of packaged food, you're going to end up with more mitochondrial dysfunction. So those are my top 3 things. You got to start there, okay? Second thing to turn yourself into a fat burner is you've got to start creating ketones. So ketones are a sign that the liver has made that switch over from being a sugar burner to a fat burner. So if you're not measuring your ketones, Start measuring blood sugar and ketones. Our favorite is Keto Mojo. I put a link in the notes here if you want to go find that. That's our favorite one. If you're one of these people that you're trying to lose weight, but you're not measuring blood sugar and ketones, it's a big mistake. I can't tell you enough. You've got to have those ketones. The ketones are more powerful in telling you about your weight loss efforts than that number on the scale. So you want to know that you're producing ketones. Now, here's what happens when you go to produce ketones, is once your body's secreting ketones, and we like to see the American measurement is 0.5. We like to see you at a 0.5 or above. And when you start secreting ketones, those ketones will go into the mitochondria and they will start to heal those mitochondria. So the longer, this is brand new information to you, get yourself into ketosis. Lower those carbs, change the bad fats, pull the toxic food out of your life. When you start with that and you start to see that your body is going into a place of ketosis, stay in there as long as you can, because the longer you stay in there, then the more healing is going to happen to those mitochondria. Okay? Third thing, I want you to think about detoxing. Now, there's a whole video coming to you guys, depending on when you're watching this, that I'm going to take you through the different phases of detoxing. But here's the thing about detoxing, is there is assisted detox. Detox is like with supplements and food, and there is self-detoxing. For this video, I want you to really lean into the self-detoxing. This is also known as autophagy. So you want to stimulate autophagy through fasting. And let's start off by just telling you that the sweet spot for autophagy is when you fasted around 17 hours. So if you follow the principles I just taught you around the oils and the refined flours and sugars and the toxins, and you combine that with 17 plus hours of fasting, now you've got your cells really healing, you're really working towards more ketones, you're really working towards more of a fat burning state, okay? So those are like basics, like you gotta start there, okay? The other thing that you can then dive into deeper, if you're listening to this and you're like, I've done all that and I'm not getting any better, then you can dive into more supported and assisted detoxing. And in our clinic, we usually start people off. We do a lot of detoxing here. We have a whole heavy metal detox program that we do. But we usually start people with these two supplements. This is G-Cell, which is glutathione, and this is Bind, which is activated charcoal. So I'll put a link to both of these in there. So if you've done the other steps and you're still trying to go to more fat burning, then you would run into starting with this form of detoxing, okay? Now, the last and really a hidden piece of metabolism that a lot of people aren't focused on is your microbiome. So remember that there are gut bacteria that will bring down your blood sugar and they will start to speed up your metabolism. So you want to know what's going on in your gut bacteria. So best way to do that is through a stool test. Our favorite is a gut zoomer. There are a lot of different stool tests out there. So if you've done one, I know a lot of you will post comments and ask us what we think of the different tests. Just find out, did they measure those bacteria that control metabolism? The gut zoomer does. If you want to dive into understanding your microbiome deeper, just put gut zoomer in the comments and we will send you a link to the tests that we use. So, but you can't, a lot of you, and I this is why I really put this video out here for you, is a lot of you are doing such hard work. You're working to get your body into this fat burning place, and you're missing some key things like, are you repairing your gut microbiome? What's going on in that, with that bacteria in there, okay? Last thing I want to say, once you've gotten yourself into a place of fat burning and you're feeling really good, the next step is, how do we get you metabolically flexible? So metabolically flexible is where you can go from a place of fat burning and you can go on vacation and do exactly opposite of everything I just told you. You can have a holiday party and you go out and you drink and you eat and you do everything wrong. But then the next day you come back and you go back to all the good behaviors, all the good habits that I just talked about here with you, and you don't lose ground. My absolute favorite thing was over the last holidays period, a ton of our resetters went on vacation. They totally took all their good eating habits and put them aside, and then January 1 hit, and we got message after message from people saying, I cannot believe I didn't gain a pound. I can't believe I clicked right back into my fasting. I feel incredible. What a gift it was to go into the holidays already being a fat burner. That, to me, that's metabolically flexible, and that's what we want to create for you. So step it out. Don't get overwhelmed. This thing wants to be a fat burner. It's a miracle. You need to undo the lifestyle that you've been living, and we've got to repair those mitochondria. We got to understand your microbiome, and your body will start to burn fat easier and easier and easier. So, as always, let me know if that helps. I want to make it simple because I do know that weight loss tends to be one of those things that's overwhelming. And it's actually quite simple. You just got to know what your body wants you to do. Last thing I'll tell you is we're going to launch into metabolically flexible state, or how to get metabolically flexible, in our fast training week, in our November fast training week. So stay tuned to our community page for that. That's where we fast as a group. So we've got, almost 100,000 here on YouTube. We've got 25,000 on Facebook. We've got 13,000 of you on Instagram. So, we like to bring all you guys together and fast together once a month. And the November one will be focused on being metabolically flexible. If you want to dive even deeper, I've got a live event January 11th. It's a Saturday. I'm in the Bay Area, San Jose, and I'm bringing in top experts in fasting, detoxing, anti-aging, microbiome repair, mindset. We're going to show you the tools to being metabolically flexible for all of 2020. So join me at that event. If you want information on the Reset Experience, just put Reset Experience and we'll send you the link. But please don't give up on yourself. If you're frustrated, it's like a puzzle putting your health back together. Your body wants to heal. So if you're over here in Sugar Burner and you're stuck, just go back, listen to this video again, and ask yourself if you're doing each one of these things that I just laid out. And if you are, keep doing them over and over and over again. As always, if you need help, reach out to us. We're here to support you. And just please don't give up on yourself, because you were really born to be a miracle. You were born to burn fat. You're born to have amazing, endless energy. So, as always, I hope that helps.